Good morning. Kelly had it absolutely perfect. But that's okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a good morning this morning. And hi to you, Shaz over there from YouTube. I noticed that's where you're watching from. Great stuff. It is a good morning, good morning. I've just done a little bit of a tweaking around. As you can see, I've got the cards on a different background and looking at that, a little bit crooked in how I've actually laid them out. I've got them on a cloth this time. So I'm going to actually get into doing the cards very quickly. I have got this live stream cross-posted, so you'll need to click on that link that says mytimetv.live or head over to the YouTube channel, Boundy, because the live stream there does feed in when doing the chat there. It does feed into the show like this with Shaz's. And I've got Kat West, Kat over on my Ros Boundy page, and Tracy on the Ros Boundy page. But I can't bring their comments up because that's the wrong one. Click the link into the My Time if you'd like me to show you a comment. We'll go to the reading. Now, remember, it is a general reading. It's not specific to each person, but you certainly will be able to get your own messages and guidance from this set of cards. It's a very interesting one this morning. And I just noticed my cloth isn't quite big enough to cover that there. You can see the edges. But anyway, I was trying. I was trying. I'll have to do it slightly differently tomorrow. I thought that white background just wasn't quite the right go. I like it with a bit of colour behind. So what we've got is the same card spread, of course. It's the workspace is where the sun is situated. We've got the heart is at our home space, which I love. It is Fox that's up there in the unexpected, and I can go quickly like that. Fox in the unexpected, and we've got the park here in your role and right in the center. And now I've upset my alignment with the camera. Oopsie, there we go. So we've got the bridges as that outcome. Now, as far as with the sun goes in that work energy, it's just an absolutely wonderful space to have that there. This morning, sitting here looking out the window, and it is sunshine. It's a beautiful morning. And I can almost flip the camera up like that to show you. And with it, yes, you've got part of that. There's the sunshine. And my cute little, and that little flower pot proves it because it's got its little leaves are waving around. That's something that was from my mum. Some of the little things, bits and pieces as she passed, I have gathered and taken on as my own. And I think that's so cute. It's just so gorgeous to have that little smiley, happy, piece of thing. It's one of those things that brings joy, and that's what we're having being brought into our workspace today. So, and look at that little sundial, the type that it feels like the smile. So feel that energy in your day as you're moving on to work. It really is a happy, smiley day today. And especially with the heart being certainly centered in the home space this morning, I think that's absolutely wonderful to have that. It's moving around. We've had the heart present in quite a few spreads recently, and it really is giving us that refocus and attention to what is more important. And what is more important, but what is from the heart, to bring that forward in our days. So I'm really loving seeing that again. What ended up was that the sun card actually did jump out of the deck as I was shuffling it. So I knew that was the important first card for the day, and followed straight away by the heart. It really has that connection of, wow, just feeling that energy in the day completely, jumping into it, really trusting that energy for us. And it could mean too that you need to be spending a bit more time in being, having that connection from that heart space with those that you love most dearly as well. So that's part of that message for us today. Now, a little bit of a surprise with the fox being in that unexpected position again. But that's what some of those types of energies do. They surprise us. So I'm feeling that there might be the surprise that, oh, did they really say that? Or did they really do that? Or, it's something along those lines of something really clever that's popped up, something that's a bit wily, something that's a bit sneaky. You'll know what's been around you in your energies lately. Or is it something you're thinking about is trying to manipulate and something in a particular point in time? Just be aware of that, because what is the purpose? Looking at what the purpose is of why Fox is jumping in, and that sort of energy. Why that unexpectedness? Because that is the unexpected card again. So just think about that, the why. Because, of course, I have mentioned before, the fox is only looking out after themselves, naturally, because that's what we do. It is what our energies will show us. Whoops, and I've just moved that camera just a bit the wrong way. Got the wrong angle. And here we go again. Good morning, Carol. How are you? You're over on my Boundy page, so it's lovely to see you there. I can't bring your comment up, but it's lovely to see you there. What we have in our role is the parks card, park, garden. I've been doing so much around the Lenormand and the rest. There are some certainly in some decks a different name for some of these cards. It can be called garden, it can be called park, but it is the out in the open. It's the natural, it's the nature. It's actually connecting with being public, like being out, have a picnic, do that type of stuff. And good morning to you too, Sarah. I can pop your comment up because you're on the mytimetv.live connection, that link that is there. So thank you. It's got the beautiful creatures of nature in this that just, it really gives that desire of being out in that public around, to be out and discover what Mother Nature actually has there. Look, it's not just for us, it's for the well-being and the growth and productivity and abundance and beauty and all sorts of things that is nature. We know ourselves from the amount of public observance, just trying to think, with media and how instant it can be to know what's happening around our world today. Whereas 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, it took a long time to get that news via newspapers or radio networks or television that, they'd have to actually fly to these locations and get the news about events after the event later, days, sometimes weeks. We have so much instant awareness about what's around us because of the way our technology can give us instant access, like seconds later, especially with the satellites and being able to have vision of earthquakes as they're happening, of volcanoes exploding, of, the news about the Beirut, the explosion that was on the port, and all sorts of things that we have happen around us. It's all in the public now, public eye. Even social media is that. So we're needing to be aware, out in it, our role in a beautiful way, in something that's going to give that. I'm just feeling that loving energy, connecting it with that loving heart, that what we want to put out of ourselves, that what we're putting out to the world is that beauty and the reality of what is good in the world, especially since what we've got around us at the moment does come up and seem to be all the time the negatives and the fear and all that's fearful, I suppose. It's putting us in that place of lack. And yet when we look at the park card, there is abundance everywhere. We only just need to be present in that space and in those moments to actually acknowledge how beautiful our life actually is in all of its components. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to be roses all the time. Good morning, Kylie. Beautiful frangipani flower there too. Must get my plant back from my daughter at some point. Anyway, it's really acknowledging for me, as far as our role is in putting that positive, having our perspective being that of love and being that energy of sunshine. I mean, the plants, even in nature, they don't ask for all that they get. They just receive, don't they? I mean, the rain happens, the sunshine happens, their roots grow, the creatures grow. We are in that cycle of what is full trust that we don't need to actually be asking. We just trust that it is as it's meant to be. And we flourish. And that's what we want to do for others, is help them flourish too, which is why the garden as well, or the parks. So, and then moving into our outcome of that bridge. Now, I know that we had, I'm pretty sure it was yesterday, or was it the day before, there was coffin as the outcome. It's just that what is process of what is at the end of the day, reflecting and seeing now what is the outcome. It could be a certain part or time, if some incident in your day that's actually going to be that crossing the bridge, and that's what the outcome is. You've gone from one side to the other, or you've decided to leave it till later. That this is what this card does indicate to me, that it's having that change of one to another, and it is something that is a definite, what you can see as a result. So by the end of the day, you will be able to realise, on looking back, reflecting on your day, that you have had that decision, that from one thing to another, that you can say, yeah, I have actually crossed that bridge. I've made that decision. That's what it's been. Or I've even made that decision to leave it till later. That's what it is. So decisions are made, and you'll be able to know that from what your end of day reflections are, whatever method that you use. So thank you for being here this morning again. Now, I am just going to do this quick little promo thing again, because I'm actually, it is tonight, the Reading Your Cards an Intuitive Way. I'll be starting that next sequence of them, of the 4 weeks in a row of doing this little mini course. It's as in-depth as we want to take it in the looking at the cards. So I have run it before, and I know that the students were happy with how it was run and what we did. And although it's casual-ish, it's still covering different aspects of what various cards are. So find it interesting to actually, I like doing the Zoom meetings and similar to this, but you're interactive and all the rest. This one is the link to the actual 4 in a bundle of paying it up front, so that you've got that little bit of discount embedded in it. So I'm looking forward to actually doing this tonight. So thank you you can click on those links if you'd like. Thank you for your participation, because it's wonderful fun. And thank you for being here, watching my live stream every morning at the 8 o'clock Adelaide time. Oh yeah, Kat, that the links should be in the My Time TV chat stream. I can't put your comment up on stream because you're in the wrong page. I'll send you a link to them directly. I'll send you a direct message. Oh, what do you call that thing? In Messenger. I'll send you a message that way and give you the details. But it is in the mytimetv.live chat stream here, and it will be on the YouTube chat stream as well for the daily live stream today. And I'm pretty sure I posted it yesterday as well. From my knowledge, I haven't gone back to have a look at it. I think those links do last, like stay in there with the chat stream as part of the recording. So that should be, otherwise it's on the hypnosisplus.com.au website. You'll see it there too, Kat, but I'll send you a message. And anyone else who would be interested in further details, certainly send me a direct message in that messenger thingy, the chat stuff. You can tell I'm really enamored with Facebook and all the ways of doing things. We're here, and I'm doing what I love to do. That's the main part. And I'll be here tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning as well. So look, I'll catch up with you then again, and we'll see you, well, then, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. There's something else I was going to say, but I can't remember now. Oh, it's just a reminder that we do have I'm part of a show that's the Lifestyle Psychic and Wellness Expo. It's an online expo that we started a few months ago in response to not being able to do the in real life psychic expo, at Murray Bridge for Leanne Winston, and I'm going to be hosting that on September the 13th. I'll put a bit more information up about that's here, whether you join in just as a viewer or whether you'd like a stall as part of being a stall holder or a sponsor. So I'll put a little bit more in my pages about that soon too, because that's creeping up to being nearly here as well. So thank you for being here, and continue to be the best person you are.